Hello, and welcome to the first episode of our new Zoom series in Techtorial. Zoom is an app that allows video and audio conferencing through a cloud-based peer-to-peer software platform. To start it off, we need to teach you how to join a meeting. Firstly, you need to open the Zoom app, then to join a meeting without signing into an account, simply click the Join a Meeting button, which is highlighted blue. Then, insert a display name and meeting ID which have been given to you already. There will be 3 checkboxes shown here. You can tick the first checkbox if you want to remember your name for future meetings, which helps you to not input your name again the next time you want to join one. The second checkbox allows you to connect to the audio. If it's not checked, it allows you to not hear any sound from the meeting and can be useful for when using 2 devices to enter the same meeting to prevent feedback. The last checkbox allows you to turn on your video upon entering the meeting. Note that if you disable it, you still can turn on your video whenever you want. We can also join a meeting signed into an account. To do so, you need to input your email address given on the space given on the left side, and then insert your password on the other blank space below it. If you are forgetful and forget your password, you can click the Forgot My Password option, which allows you to change your password. You can also tick the Keep Me Signed in the checkbox so you don't have to repeat the steps before and get signed in automatically. There are also alternative ways to sign in shown on the right side here. Signing in with an SSO is for you if you have a Zoom domain. The second alternative is to use your Google account, and lastly, a Facebook account. If you do not have an account and would want to make one, signing up for an account is free, which will bring you to the Zoom website. The next features, which we will be discussing, will only work for people who are signed into an account. To start a new meeting or host a meeting, you can click the New Meeting button. You can click the New Meeting phrase, which will then show you a drop-down which allows you to start your meeting with the video turned on or use a personal meeting ID. With this, it will be easier to share as you can copy the meeting ID and copy the Zoom link. More about the personal meeting ID settings will be talked about later on episode 4 of the Zoom series. Joining a meeting as a signed-in account is the exact same way as joining a meeting without an account, which is by entering the meeting ID and etc. Did you know you could also schedule a meeting on a certain period of time? To do so, click the Schedule button, which will then show you a pop-up screen of the details of the meeting. At the top of the pop-up screen, you can input the topic or name of your meeting. Then, you can set the date and time of your meeting, and you also can set this to a recurring meeting, which means it will happen either weekly, monthly, or annually to your desire. You could also change your time zone to fit the time zone of your country. Below that section, there is a meeting ID section, which allows you to either generate a meeting ID automatically or use your own personal meeting ID. The security section allows you to edit the passcode. Note that changing the passcode is only for paid accounts. And also enable or disable the waiting room, which is a filter for letting participants in. You can also allow the host or participants to show their video when it starts by clicking on this area. You could also save this meeting to your digital calendar of your choice, either Outlook, Google Calendar, or other calendars. Lastly, the advanced options allows participants to join anytime, mute participants upon entry, and automatically record meetings on the local computer. Did you know you can join a meeting with the sole purpose of screen sharing? You can join this meeting by clicking on the Share Screen button on the home page of the Zoom app. Then, entering the meeting ID. Note that once screen sharing is stopped, you automatically leave the meeting. The Zoom clock can be seen on the homepage of the Zoom app, which shows the current time, and not to worry as it keeps on updating too. It shows any upcoming scheduled meeting, and you can also change the background of the clock by uploading an image. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned new features from this tutorial, and stay tuned for next tutorial about Zoom. Leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell. See you next time.